What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another One Piece video, fresh off of a local top. Locals had 16 players, so we had a good amount of rounds. I managed to get second place with Charlotte Katakuri, losing to Edward Newgate because that deck is still broken. But wanted to go over this deck to show you some of the updates that OPO4 has brought into the Charlotte Katakuri lineup, and kind of like where I went with the deck list, so to speak. So of course, we have the leader, Charlotte Katakuri. With one down when attacking, you get to look at the top of your opponent's life cards and place them at the top or the bottom, and then the leader gets an additional 1,000. So it'll be base 7, because with the Dawn it's 6, and then with its own ability, 7k swings are really nice. This is a nice way to kind of like control the flow of the game, because you get to take all like the different triggers and put them where you want them. Standard stuff here, we got Charlotte Pudding, 4 copies. Just lets you look at the top 4, and you get to add a Sanji or a Big Mom Pirates type card, except herself. And then you put them at the bottom. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. It's basically a staple in the deck. We're still playing Strusen. There's still people out there with Law, and there's a lot of pesky 1-drops in the game, so this is like one of the ways to deal with it. It's also a nice little 2k counter, so you can keep it in your hand if you don't need it, and it's a nice way to trump block and whatnot. This is one of the new cards, Capone, Gang, Beach, Beige, Bourgeois, little Mr. Fat French Pirate. This is a 2k counter, and then if you hit it off trigger, it literally stops an attack, basically. Really good card. Probably one of the best like regular rares that you can probably pull from the new set. Continuing down with the trend of new set cards that are really good for yellow. Another 2k counter in Charlotte Amande. This one has an activate main. You can trash 1 card with trigger from your hand, and you rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. So this is a nice way to get around blockers. So if they have a blocker in play, you can activate main, rest the blocker, and feel free to attack your leader. Charlotte Bruley still stays in the deck. It's a trigger, and it's a blocker that comes out for 3. Sometimes it's worth it to hardcaster. I'm iffy on the smoothies, just because taking the life can be a little risky, but you have ways to heal, so maybe it's not too bad. I'm just not sure where I want to go with this card, if I want to keep her in the deck, or maybe change it for something else. This is the new Sanji from the set, probably one of the best new Sanji yellow cards that can be for yellow, or this deck in general. It's a 4-cost 5k blocker, and then the trigger effect lets you summon it from play. It's just super good, and that's why the alt art's like $1 billion. We got some really strong regular vanillas out of this set too. So we have the 5-drop Randolph, which gives us a 5-cost 7k, which is huge. Standard draw cards for Shirahoshi, and then the other big beater that we have is the 6-drop Charlotte Perospero for 8k battle. Like these cards are just big, beefy dudes, and they like to punch their opponents. And then of course, you're playing Charlotte Katakuri. You have the big mom, wombo combos that this deck loves. You have 7-drop Charlotte Linlin. Your opponent gets to choose if they want to trash 1 card from their life, or if they want to add 1 to yours. Depending on when you play this, if you play it smart, they're almost always going to ask to have you heal yourself. So this is like one of the ways that you can heal yourself. This is another way that you can heal yourself. I think a lot of people forget that this card can loop itself from time to time, but you can also loop the triggers. Obviously, it's designed to loop the triggers, so you can put like any other triggers that are in your deck back into your life. But there also is the combo where you can have 1 on board, swing with it, cast another 8-drop, and then put the 1 in your life, so that way you can get another 1, and just keep doing that over and over again, so you almost guaranteed a Katakuri loop. It's fun. And then it's an 8-cost, 8,000 power guy. And then of course, the main big boss of the deck, the 10-drop Charlotte Inland for 12k power. Your opponent trashes a life, you gain 1, and it's just a really big, beefy attacker. It's basically the boss monster of the deck. And then the only events we play are Thunderbolt. This is a way to get rid of pesky cards, 5-drop or less. You can do it as a main. It also does the same thing off of the trigger effect. And that's pretty much it. That's like the updated deck list for Charlotte Katakuri on yellow. Let me know what you're doing with your builds. Would love to compare tech. I'm thinking about also trying to build maybe Yamato or maybe Queen. The blue yellow Queen seems to be interesting because I want to try out the 9-drop Yamato that's in this set as well. Just trying to find a better spot for that card. I don't see it fitting in this deck, for example, but I definitely see that 9-drop Yamato being a really good card in Yamato decks itself and the blue yellow Queen leader. So hopefully you like the profile. Second place locals. We were 3-1. So, it is what it is. It happens. But wanted to showcase the build so that those of you out there who watch this stuff can have an idea on where to go. So thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video.